celebrated. He's a national hero in Ukraine. And in 2014, when this peaceful revolution was happening, whilst Western politicians were flying in talking about freedom and making speeches, at the same time, down the road, you had torchlight marches with Stepan Bandera banners, Nazi banners, people marching with the salute, Nazi salute. This is what you're fighting for, and I urge you to put down your weapons or turn your weapons against these people in Britain. You need to save Britain from itself, from these Satanists, from these demonic people. You've got no quarrel with Russia, none, and you shouldn't have, and you should go home. Rishi Sunak, I struggle to find words for you. The depths of depravity that you will sink to. I would say it surprises me, but it don't, because you come from a family that collaborated with the British against India when they were fighting for their independence. That's probably why you got the job now. But you can strip me of my British citizenship, I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, as I said, the Union Jack is a butcher's apron, and I renounce my country. I will stay in Russia, and I will fight for Russia. Now, Colonel Richard Kemp, what can I say about you? You call me a traitor, and you make up all this nonsense and talk all this nonsense about me. You've been involved in these war crimes responsible for the killings of millions of people. What are you talking about? Not only that, your sexual dalliances need to be questioned too. You're a wrong 'un. And anything you say should be taken with a pinch of salt. People like you in the media, you have never gone against your own country when they've been at war. You talk about Britain being free and the press being free and being the land of freedom. When has a newspaper ever gone against their own government when they've decided to get involved in a conflict or a war? They haven't. Well, they can't always be right, and they're not. This is what they do. Establishment lackeys. And it's people like you with your comments that put a target on my back, along with the media. It puts me at risk of serious harm or death, same as my family who are innocent. Some freedom, huh? You're dealing with a far-right ideology. In Ukraine, you've got the Aida Battalion, Azov Battalion, Right Sector, and there's so many others, by the way, which are easily researchable. But most of you probably won't research it. You'll just believe what you're told. Now, I'm not going to change my mind. I'm not going home. Russia is my home. I consider myself Russian now. Russia is where I'll stay. But something is not right back home. Most of you know it. Most of you feel it. And you need to do something about it. Because it might get to a stage where it's too late and missiles will start flying in both directions. And then we're all fucked. But I'm on the right side. I know that much. But back to Matt Roper. You're a morally bankrupt individual. And you can start this campaign against me if you want. It's fine. I can't change it. I can't stop it. But you've deliberately put a target on my back. You're inciting violence and inciting murder is what you're doing. Whilst you haven't got the balls to do it yourself. But if you want to come out and interview me in Russia, feel free. Feel free. Then we'll see if you want to say these things to me. Which I doubt, because you're spineless. And you've got no convictions. But this is what it does. It affects innocent people. If it was just me, I wouldn't care. I would accept it. But he knew full well they would go after friends and family, and that's what they do. But your nonsense is not going to fly. People who have eyes and they realise your lies will know it's just nonsense. But I suppose anyone fighting for Russia, as I said, are murderers and scumbags and drug addicts and sex offenders and all that nonsense. Well, look in the mirror, Matt Roper and Richard Kemp. And I'll say this. I'll leave on this. The high streets are dying. All the shops are closing. All the big businesses and brands are closing. All you see is coffee shops and charity shops now. High street's dead. Taxes are going up. Utility bills are going up. Cost of living's going up. Wages are not. You know, there's no industry anymore. They've moved it all abroad. There's nothing. The country's finished. They get by financial crimes, international financial crimes, by the way. Is that the life that you want? I doubt it is. And as I said earlier, you know something's wrong. Open your eyes. Make your own judgments. Don't let people judge for you. As much as I wanted to help the people of the Donbass and wanted to help Russia, I also wanted to fight against this evil. And that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I am doing. But I'd imagine the next thing that's going to happen, a new round of smear campaigns. I'm a sapper, engineer. Most of the work I do is construction, reconstruction, because all the places you've bombed, all the bombs that have been provided with your taxpayer money, I've seen it. I see it daily.